We're leaving that in. Sorry for the horrible camera angle. You know, I'm a misguided person when it comes to the type of things. So, you know, you gotta bear with me. Today, nothing special. So let me cut the small talk. We'll get right into it. Simple. Simple. The one word that we all use for understanding each other. It's quietly simple. It's simple to understand. It's simple to be misguided. It's simple to lose your aggression. It's simple to understand why you do the things you do. But not only is it not simple, it can be simple in some instances where you understand the person to its fullest point. You will never understand somebody on the way they understand themselves. So do not imply, oh, I know you better than you know yourself. No, you do not. Everything that is caused by aggression is only being interpreted or interpreted incorrectly. So if I break it down in the most simple way, the reason there's pain, war, aggression, death, murder is two instances. Not insanity, but acknowledging the fact you know what you're doing but still do it. So you are labeled as insanity or crazy. Another one is they have what I don't have, or they took something of mine, so I should take something back. That is how war starts. That was mine, once was mine, years, generations ago, and I want to take it back throughout blood and pain. The most childish concept causes the most greatest wars. That is mine and that is yours. Keep your hands off of mine and I'll keep my hands off of yours. As we explain that, we see how, leave to our own devices, we tend to destroy ourselves within. Our minds cannot handle the concept of sharing. Even as we do share, we tend to put limits, rules, and other legalities of that matter. Let me hit you with a stipulation real quick, alright? If I gave you a rule to follow wholeheartedly just to receive something you need for necessity, and then I changed that rule throughout the years so it's harder to get, is that so-called fair? Once again, as I said, equality is a facade. We only get equality once they want us to have it. We only get freedom of speech once it fits what they're thinking. It's limited. You die by the word you stand by, right? But that not only holds power to the most peaceful of things, but the most hateful of things. Do we truly understand the man, the so-called human? Now, don't go over here questioning everything that you can possibly question, like, why is this, why is that? Because then you have no guidance. Guide yourself in a correct manner so you can understand individuals and others in a way that is respectable. No longer are we stuck on one plane of existence. No longer are we limited by knowledge. No longer are we halted and hampered and constructed by pain and guilt. I can preach to you all day about something, or I can fancy it up, make a nice little poetry, rhyme it up to show you that you're lost, or you're greedy, or you're selfish, or those people don't treat you how you're worth. I'll get to that in multiple videos, but right now what I'm trying to tell you is everything that is caused off pain is simple. Breaking down. It's more complex than that, they say. So is everything. Everything is complex. The tank top I'm wearing, the thread, the fabric, the way it's sewn together. It is complex. But in the simplest values, it is just a cloth. It is something to conceal my so-called human nature. I don't want you to be like me. I don't want you to be like me. I want you to understand and comprehend and see that if you're not loved by the world, I will. Now, the supporters, the fans, and the subscribers, right? You know, so many names, but those three different things have different factors. But if you're here now, before I'm big, not only do you know the truth somewhat, but you like to see what I'm talking about, and that is great. I'm stuck in a hard spot. I don't have a pseudonym for it. I don't have a word for it. I'm still stuck on the plane where I have to work, I have to pay, I have to live. I am still a slave. My mind may not be so-called in the slave mindset, but my body and the way to live is. Now, once I break that threshold, once I break that wall, you will understand. Now, when I say that wall in the mind, watch my video Y. WHWY. Nothing else, just watch it. I might have been not that confident with it, but at the end of the day, I still got my word across. Each video I evolve from the next. I may stutter, I may lose confidence, I may say I forget a word, but the message is still clear. Once you lack confidence and you lack the urgency to spit what you want to say, people tend to lose the so-called potential and the power you have with your words. Not the legality, the nuance to it, the novelty of having it. Don't be guided into the way that is not correct. But what is correct and what is incorrect, we do not fully know. Greatness does not happen in a day. Greatness takes time. So does love and passion. Hatred does not take time. Hatred can be built in an instant, but hatred can also fall. But hatred can be strong enough to be holded with power, so good passion. But hatred is it's easy to be evil. It's easy to be malice. It's easy to be malicious. It's easy to spread hate. It is hard to show peace, calmness, and respect, and return. It's easy to overthink everything, to the words you say, to the point where you look back and it's like, oh, is this the right thing? Is this cringy? Is this corny? Should I say this? But it's the way you say it, not what you say. That's why there's so many misconnects. There's so many wars in the world by so many different people. That to the point they try to rebrand themselves as this cutesy type of land or person. They rebrand themselves to try to hide the hate that they still have in their heart. It's different if you're rebranding and you're losing the hate, but if you keep the hate and rebrand, you're still the same person. It's a different code. That's like, I can go beat up a person, go change my clothes, and I'm still the same person. But there's a reason why I beat him up. Was the reason warranted? Did he warrant that pain, those bruises, those cuts? Did he warrant that? Did he deserve that? To telling somebody, I'm going to get you hurt because you lied to me. The words that you say is so powerful. And I see that now, so I try to fix everything that I so-called was not guided correctly on. But I would never sum it up for me being young or dumb. Do not hold me to that standard. But some shall be holded to a higher standard just off of what they know, what they learn, and who they are. It's always I feel this, I feel this, I feel that. You feel it, right? But do you know it? Is it factual? This world is lived off lies, facades, and facts. Lies, facades, and facts. LFF. Well, LFF. You won't be taken seriously until the masses follow you. You won't be taken seriously until multiple people understand what you're saying. You won't be taken seriously until you speak with intent, you speak with passion. Now, me yelling at you, telling you need to wake up at 3 a.m., you need to do this, you need to do that. It does you no good. It does you no good. Don't let the emotions run rampant to the point where you're breaking down. Learn how to become not nonchalant, but stoic into the pain. Everybody wants to be a philosopher. Everybody wants to make fun of being deep. Everybody wants to make fun of being woke and being all inclusive. But it gets to a reason where, do you understand the passion you bring, the words you say, the things, the intent of the words you speak? I don't want to live forever. I just want to make a stamp. I want to be noticed. I want to be heard. So does everybody. So listen to my words carefully. Do not be the best. Make everybody else the best. Because once it's everybody else the best, there's no such thing as the best. We're all a higher status. Evolution is key. Evolute your mind, as I always say, it's a broken record. But as you evolute, so does the body. So does the spirit. So does the community. Build yourself before you build a community. Because once you build a community off of hate and pain, you tend to get the wrong seers. Look at ants. They don't discriminate. Know how big, how tall, the tone of their claws. They work for unity. And unity has never been the weakest it is now. I'm sorry to say. As I hear the pain of the animals outside screaming for attention, it breaks my heart that I cannot understand them as humans do. Everything has its own story, everything has its own life. But you have to figure out, what are you choosing to see? Sometimes you need the darkness to see the light. Passion. I try so hard not to really lose myself in my words because I don't get emotional, but I tend to see the lies that I so-called told myself to subside my anger, to subside my pain, to soothe my mind. I want longevity, I want power, but I also want peace. I want my words to be so powerful, I need no technique, I need no way to say it. I don't need the tone of calmness. I can say anything, and you will understand what I'm saying. People will be disingenuous no matter who you are. Listen to your head, not your heart. Only listen to your heart when it comes to compassion. I would be looked at as insane for so many videos if you take it out of context, no matter what. So, do not try to explain yourself if their point is to mishear you. My body reacts to the words in my mind and the pain and the feels and the emotions I feel. I put it through a pen and paper, still trying to correlate everything I'm saying. Trying not to go insane so people can interpret the words that I truly mean. Speaking fast and saying these deep philosophical things does not mean anything if you do not know the true meaning of your words. If you say anything that is deep to you, but they don't understand, it's not deep, it is fake, as yourself is. It is selfish to lie to yourself and lie to others about who you think you are. Do not prove anything to everybody else. Prove to yourself that you are that being, the person you say, the person with power, the person with intelligence, the person with the mind. Do not let hateful things get inside your body and your spirit, because as you do, it tarnishes and scorns your soul. If you look at everything factual, everything becomes illogical. If you look at everything emotional, everything becomes logical. Use both as a yin and yang, the power of balance. But balance sometimes is the order of chaos. You need chaos to understand the nature of the world. As I spread these lies, I must stop. You must hear. You must spread. Who am I to tell you who you are, and who or anybody else to tell you who you are? Nobody wants to take advice from a person that doesn't play the game, but to take advice to the coach who never had to play the game but studied the game. I see who you are, but you don't see me. You hear me, you interpret me, but you don't understand me. Everybody hates to be misheard, hates to not be listened to. The attention, the power of attention is great. Being a social being is not a construct. It's built in our biochemistry. It's built in our brains, our DNA, to communicate, to gather, to spread, like a virus. But anybody can put a title on anything. It can be seen as anything with one word. Context, the power of the tongue. One of the most dangerous things besides the ego of a human. That is, I truly mean every word I said. And some of the things I just told you was a part of my book that I am about to publish. But I don't think I can publish it yet because they might see my so-called age and discard my words. Brain is that something else. Sorry, I had to fidget with something so I don't scream. Multiple videos coming up today. Multiple. This is only the first one, so be ready. Sorry for this one being so long, you know, but it's usually the best thing I can do. Some of my best videos be getting cut in half because of my storage, but now that I have multiple space, well, enough space to get these videos out to you, please spread. Don't spread it like a symbiote or a poison, but spread it like it's love. Spread my videos to other people. Show my videos to people. And be like, if you don't watch these videos, he's pretty cool. He's down to earth. He understands what it has to be said. But he doesn't take himself too serious. You know, no, I don't do that, you know. I don't want to be serious 24/7 because people, that's tiring. It's tiring to be deep 24/7. It's tiring to spread awareness every day. You can do that, but sometimes we're going to have jokey videos. We're going to have serious videos. We're going to have jokey videos. But I truly do love you, man. Not you guys, but you, first person to watch it. You know? It's a great thing. It's powerful. So, as I wrap this up, I want to tell you things, you know? You don't got to comment. Just subscribe and like, you know? And go to my other platforms, which I don't have that many. It's just YouTube and TikTok for now. I don't use Instagram, but I have an account if you want to follow. If you want to message me and talk about the things you endeared or you fear, I'm always here to be listened to be heard. The power of attention is everything. Man, I miss talking to you, you know? It's a great thing. I hope my videos are being looked upon as something that is inspiring. What if... can't say that. But for now, I want to cut it short. I hope you have a great day, you know? You are a beautiful person. So is your mind. So don't forget that. Okay?